Hey guys, welcome to Drop Time, the self-proclaimed number one podcast that covers the latest sneaker releases. We're your hosts with the most.
This is Jamal.
This is Luis. Make sure to check us out on Twitter at droptime_, and also on Instagram at _droptime.
Today is September 13th, and let me give you a quick rundown of what is coming up this week. So Sunday through Wednesday, so far there's not much happening. And then on Thursday, we'll get the drops kicked off with Supreme Week 4. We've yet to see what's going on, but hopefully soon we'll be able to see what they're dropping. And then we'll also have on the 17th the Jordan 3 Fragments. Then following on Friday the 18th, we'll see the Denham Nike Air Max 1s, the Jordan 5 Low Golf Wing It, Kasina SB Low Neptune Greens. These are Kasina exclusive. And then we'll also see the Nike Kobe 5 Protro Zebras, the Adidas Yeezy Boost 380 Pepper Reflectives. And then following on Saturday, we'll see the Instant Nike SB Dunk Lows, the Nike Air Max 1 Limeade, Air Jordan 14 Hyper Royal, Adidas Yeezy Boost 350 V2 Asriel, Adidas Yeezy Boost 380 Peppers in the non-reflective, and that will finish off this upcoming week. But let's give you a quick rundown of what happened the previous week.
Yeah, previous week on the Tuesday the 8th, we had the Prada release. The Prada Adidas Superstar came out in silver, black, and white colorways. Retail was around $500 to $550 depending where you bought them from. Resale for the silver pair is currently at $612, for the black pair $614, and for the white pair $651. There wasn't a lot of opportunity to make a lot of money on these.
They sat a bit. I mean, we ended up actually covering one site that I don't know how or why, but they ended up selling them for $450.
Yeah, that was a steal right there, and I don't think none of our followers bought this shoe, but if you did, well, congratulations to you, because resale right now is holding at $651. So if you got them at $450, then you props to you, because that's decent right there. That's not bad.
Yeah, I mean, at $550, yeah, like Luis was saying, it's hard to make some money, but at $450, to me, there's enough room that you getting something. But of course, I think that classic white with the black stripes, I think that was the only colorway to really go after.
Yeah, it's a very memorable color. It's a classic color and whatnot. But the silver and the black, you're definitely I guess you could say like sleeper colors. I feel like the silver, like out of all three of them, the silver is my favorite one.
Okay, yeah. I could see that. I think to compare these is like Air Force One. Like the white, it's always good. The black, it's questionable on if they're actually like nice or not. I think it's the same with these. Like the white is good, the black is questionable.
Yeah, but on Wednesday the 9th, we had nothing, and then on Thursday is really jam packed. So on Thursday we had a week 3 of Supreme. We had the Pat McGrath Labs lipstick. We also had the S logo beanie and the Power Station Go. I know Jamal went for the lipstick because I think he might have a girlfriend.
No, I think you went for the lipstick. I only went for the beanies. I thought we talked about this, that you about to go for the lipstick so you can do the makeup tutorials.
All right, hey, don't expose me, man. Hey. But no, BS aside, I went for the lipstick, I went for the beanies and the Power Station, but unfortunately the bot I used, Eve, then
you calling people out now? All right.
Hey. Okay, the bot flopped. It flopped, okay? I didn't use my friend's extension. Hey, shout out to Omra Robotics. They are cooking right now. So if you guys are looking for a good extension, free shout out, free plug to Omra Robotics.
Yeah, we got no sponsors. This is unsolicited.
Yeah, this is just out of nowhere. But yeah, right now the lipstick is doing pretty good. Retail is $38, resale $160. So really good profit right there. And the S logo beanie came out in various colors. Retail was $38, resale $60 to $71. And the Mophie Power Station Go is doing really, really good right now too. Resale is $300 and retail $188. So there's definitely opportunity to make some money last week. Definitely opportunity.
And definitely opportunity to hit manual. You don't have to have a bot. I mean, I from what I've been seeing, they're stopping a lot of bots. Like for the S logo, I was able to get the manual. I didn't even use a bot, and it was very easy. So yeah, there's plenty of opportunities. I hope people aren't just sitting back and skipping releases just because they think, oh, bots are gonna take all the stock.
That's how I feel right now, man. I feel like when I run my bot, I'm sitting back and just like taking an L. But like you said, manual users are hitting, so I'm just gonna start going manual and also running the extension and see how it goes. But what else happened on Jamal on Wednesday?
So also we saw the Dunk Low Lemon Wash or Community Garden, depending on. I mean, Nike officially calls it Community Garden, but also plenty of places call it Lemon Wash. These were extremely hard to get. I think honestly, dunks at this point. I mean, I don't know. Can you even consider them something that you can actually cop? I mean, to me, it's just a raffle.
They're impossible to get, man. They're impossible to get, and they're getting more and more creative with every single release, man. You look at other Nike shoes and whatnot. There is not that much innovation compared to the designs of the dunks. The dunk, and then like you said, the SB's dunk too. They're revolutionary right now. It's
crazy.
I
mean, to make a colorway based on community gardens, like just that concept of going out, like that's beyond outside the box. The box doesn't even know how that's being done. So
it's bold. It's very bold.
But I think, I don't know. I think there needs to be some chances beyond just raffle. Everybody just does raffles. I don't know if it's a thing that Nike is telling all the retailers, just do raffles for all dunk releases, because any other shoe they don't do it like this. Like Jordans, there's first come first serve plenty of places, but dunks, it's all raffles. So like, hey, if you have luck like that, you're doing good, because these were retail 100 just like any other dunk, but resale is sitting around like $500 right now. So it's definitely a lot of profit to be made on honestly any dunk nowadays. Is definitely a lot of profit to be made. But then also on Thursday we saw the Cactus Plant Flea Market Air Force Ones. So these were somewhat of a re-release. Originally these were Nike by You, so they were a customizable shoe. Those released a while back. Those were doing very good. They're still doing very good. I think it's like the cheapest one is like $500 in any combination. This ended up being Cactus Plant ended up releasing on their own site. Ended up being just the options of a white colorway or a black colorway, and that was it. There was no customizability or anything like that. Retail was $150. Resell on the white is going for about $600 to $1,000 in some sizes, and then the black, it's not doing nearly as well. It's only going for about like $380, something like that. But hey, at $150, there's still plenty of room for a profit. But honestly, Manual did very well on this. The site ended up crashing. Did you go for these, Luis?
I did go for them manually, and I took an L. But the thing is, I know there's restocks later on. And
no, I don't think they're gonna restock this.
No. There was restocks. There was the same day.
Oh.
Yeah. Because we covered them. So there was an initial release, and then there was like a restock, which we also covered. And we had this guy. No, bro. But we had a guy come on. 45 minutes late. Oh, bro, yes. Where were you? Where were you at, dude? Whoever you are, where were you at 45 minutes ago when we called them out? Not only did we call the initial release, well, we called the restock. So you're the one that's late. We were not late.
Yeah, that was funny because I was so confused. I'm like, what's this guy talking about? We're 45 minutes in. It's just a restock, and it was just one color. It wasn't both. It was just a black. Yeah, I don't know what that guy was. I don't know. But yeah, manual was definitely, there was a chance because the site ended up crashing. And honest, there was a very good chance manual. Like did you cop? Yeah, I got a pair manual. Manual was not the hardest thing in the world. I mean, you had to keep trying because first the site crashed and then it wasn't adding to cart. But if you just kept trying, yeah, there was definitely a chance.
But what color did you get?
Well, I got the black, which now I see was somewhat of an L just for the fact that the white goes for twice the price. Yeah,
man, the white one is cool. So I'm not really a big fan of this shoe, but it is an Air Force One, so I guess like the white one would be the one everybody would go for because
Oh yeah,
like I guess like the hip hop community, streetwear community, well specifically the hip hop community associates the Black Air Force with some like um controversial things, I guess you can say.
it's the best way to put it.
So yeah, that's the best way to put it. But yeah, that's why a lot of people slept on the black pair. You didn't connect the dots right there, Jamal?
Well,
Like,
I was just going for whatever I could get.
oh,
I was just
okay.
trying.
No,
I just kept trying to add to cart, and then finally, it redirected me to the cart. Ended up being a black pair. I'm not gonna take the time to take it out of my cart and try to get the white. So I just like, all right, forget it. I'll check it out. And then I kept trying for the white, but I wasn't able to add to cart. So yeah, it was
not
just
yet.
like I just went for whatever I could get.
No, yeah, at the end of the day, all that matters is that you copped, man. Like,
Pretty much,
congratulations.
yeah. I appreciate it. But then following the next day on Friday the 11th, we saw the Air Jordan 1 High Zoom Craters or Space Hippie, whichever you want to call it. These are still holding their resale. So this release was spread out over a very long period of time. It was just a handful of more sites dropping these. But retail is 175. Resale is still holding around 230. So it's not doing too bad. I mean, you might see these go up over time, but yeah, I was expecting these to drop around 200, but hey, they ended up holding their price. But to move on to the next one, I think it was a fairly popular one for this week. We saw the Adidas Yeezy Boost 380 Pepper in the reflective variant. So retail on these is 250. Resale is actually holding 350, but I think that is just because it was only Europe that dropped these pretty much. There are a few other places dropped, but Europe was definitely the focus. I think it was just that the US is going to be later on in the end of this week. So I think once the US drops, which US usually has majority of the stock, I think then you'll finally see the prices drop down to around. They might hold around 300, but something around there. But yeah, I don't think this 350 price is holding. I don't know. Reflectives are kind of dead. I mean,
Nope.
Luis, you couldn't even tell the difference between the reflective and the non-reflective.
Yeah, I remember you were telling me, hey, like, Luis is coming out on this day, and blah, blah, blah. And I was like, bro, like, these pictures look exactly the same. Like, they don't look different at all. So
I remember when you were going to post the pictures of the non-reflective, when you were going to post, like, the picture of, like, these shoes are dropping tomorrow, you put the reflective first. I'm like, bro, that's the reflective, that's not the non-reflective. Like, yeah, so it's hard to tell.
It's very difficult to tell, but like Jamal said, resale is gonna go down a bit on this shoe once it releases in the US. But I do think that resale is gonna go up in December because everybody knows that everybody does Christmas shopping during I guess you could say like late October, November, late November, and then early December. That's when everything starts going up. So
yeah, they have a chance, but I don't know. It's just I don't know. I mean, 380s are kind of they're kind of dead. I mean, after the aliens, it's like I don't know. I don't know if it's just the colorways or just. I personally don't really care for any of the colorways of the 380s. There is later on this year they are dropping an all black color that 100% will do well. But yeah, I don't know. All these colors so far is kind of like it's nothing exciting. It's pretty boring.
Yeah, but the good thing is that we cover many other shoes. So if you don't like these, then there's way more opportunities to get other pairs.
Well, I will say it seemed like a lot of people like them because I definitely saw a lot of people go for them.
Oh yeah, our analytics.
My personal opinion. My personal opinion. I don't really care for them, but
let's
want for them.
Once we talk about the Jordan 5, the Oregon one, let's go back and then we'll compare the analytics that we had for that shoe and the Pepper.
All right. That works.
That's very that's I guess you can say for this podcast very controversial.
Yes. Okay. But to carry on to Saturday the 12th, we saw the Rude Vans release in Asia. So this was both the Acer and the Diamo. Not many stores got these. It was a few stores like Juice ended up dropping them. HBX ended up dropping them. A few others, not too many. It was only like 4 or 5, I think. So it was not the easiest thing to get. there's still chances. This isn't the end of it. I think there's still 2 more release dates for these because they spread them out by region. So definitely, if you have you'll have more chances later on. But 100% go for these. Retail's only $100 on these, and they're going for 250 to 280 depending on which one it is. For the neon, it goes for more than the Diamo, the white one. So definitely go for these though. It's a lot of profit to be made. But
Yeah, and if you're gonna be
yeah.
if you're gonna be reshipping them, even reship, there's still space for profit right there.
Oh yeah, because at the end of the day, reship is anywhere from like $30 to $50. So yeah, even at 150, there's still plenty of room to make some money. But to take it to the questionable shoe, I guess we can say, the Jordan 5 Oregons. So retail is very high on these compared to any other Jordan 5 or any other Jordan, honestly. Retail is $225, but resale did hold up. It's staying around $300. I thought these would have been way more in demand. Like Luis was talking about earlier, the analytics did not show the same. I thought these would have been I thought people would have been going crazy for these, but I don't know. Do you think it was the retail that kind of pushed people away?
I think it's the model itself. The Jordan, I feel like the Jordan 5 is kind of like played out at this point because
I mean, I don't know. I think the Jordan 5 is one of the better models, and I think that's what the vast majority think.
Yeah, but look back at like other models and then look at the price points. Like for something that really caught my attention a couple years ago was I think they called the Bel Air 5s, like the Fresh Prince ones,
the original ones.
Yeah, no, not the. I guess it was like a re-release. Remember the
no,
ones
but like the original color, because they did an alternate also just last month.
Yeah, I guess you could say the original one, but it's the one with no laces.
Oh, you know, those.
Yeah. So
that's okay. Yeah, for his 50th birthday, that was like a.
It
was like a re-release, but that was different because they didn't have laces.
Yeah, but that's what sort of started like capturing my attention, and like I started looking at like 5s, and I don't know, man. Like I feel that 5, like just that model's like played out, like because we have 5s and then the 11s too. Resale is not how it used to be in the 11s, man. Because I remember a couple years ago, like back in like 2008, 2007, like during those years, like if you had a 5, you have an 11, even a retro 3, retro 4, like dude, even if it wasn't like an off-white collab or something like that, because back then these sort of collabs didn't exist. So if it was a good colorway, then by all means it would have like cost a lot. But right now, these shoes, they're not appreciating as they used to before. Only if it's like a collab with like a well-known retailer or a fashion house. So I feel that's why we're seeing the like what we're seeing right now in the market, because people just really want hype. They want Kanye. They want Off-White. Because now, if we go back a couple months and we look at our analytics, we see that majority of our activity is on Off-White, and that's a shoe that's on Yeezys. And like for like not to be like a Debbie Downer or anything like that, but Off-Whites are pretty much impossible to get for a manual user. The only way you're gonna get them is if you enter raffles and you get lucky. But people think that just by clicking on the link, they're gonna be lucky to get an Off-White. Nah, sorry to break it to you, but it's not just that easy. You might get lucky. I'm not saying it's impossible, but
we have to put in the work.
Yeah, based upon like the effort you put in is what you're gonna get as a result back.
Which I feel like a lot of people just come on and they think, oh, I get to go on just this one site, I'll cop. I mean, at the end of the day, you have to realize there's a reason the shoe goes for 3, 4, 5x retail. I mean, at the end of the day, if a shoe is going for that much over retail, it can't be easy to get.
Yeah, exactly. And some people are like, "Hey, Luis, tell me how to resell." I'm like, "Hey, dude, just follow the Twitter account, enable notifications, and you'll be good." And then they message me, "Oh, I tried one website, I didn't get anything." I'm like, "Dude, there were way more releases than just one, and we posted them all. So if you didn't get the pair because you didn't try hard enough."
And then also, to me, don't sleep on other shoes. Like for the Oregon 5s, yeah, there are some sizes that are after like fees from StockX or Goat or anything like that, you're getting pretty much retail. But there's other options like selling locally and stuff like that you don't have fees. But if you can get the good sizes, which on a shoe like an Oregon 5, it wasn't the hardest thing in the world to get. There was definitely plenty of chances. But if you can get a good size, you go make $20-$40. You get multiples of them. Then you can work your way up. And even you could do that, and then you can buy whatever shoe you wanted at resale. And you don't have to pay any extra. You're paying retail for it.
Exactly. Or you can always trade. You can
Yeah, that
always
too.
trade.
Yeah.
There's always people. There's a lot of people post on OfferUp, 5 Miles, and all these like local selling apps here in the U.S. I know there's other ones overseas, but here in the U.S., a lot of people, like I said again, 5 Miles and OfferUp and whatnot, they post on their exchange. I want to change, something on top. So you can easily get a pair of shoes that you might consider that's a brick. That's a shoe that doesn't resell. They call it a brick in the community. So you can get a brick shoe and trade up and just add on a little bit on top, because everybody has their grails. So if you could, Jamal might be like a really big fan of like a Yeezy, and he might have like a shoe that costs more than a Yeezy. For example, like a Supreme Off-White. I mean, a Supreme Off-White.
Supreme Off-White.
He might have a Supreme like Air Force One. You know, the one that came out last season.
Yeah.
So you might have that, and that costs more than a Yeezy. So you can just swap it out. And I've known people who swap out like shoes that are not worth that much for something that costs more, and vice versa.
I think there's a lot of opportunities out there if you're willing to put in some work that people just skip out on. It's either they want it where they can just go. It's like they think they can just walk into a store any time of the day that they please and just pick up off the shelf. No, I mean, you have to realize at the end of the day, there's a reason the shoe resells. If it was so easy to get, then nobody would resell it, which that's what happened. There was a dark period of Jordans where when Yeezys first came out, when the Turtle Doves first came out, and then they brought the Pirate Blacks and stuff, that was the dark ages of Jordans, where Jordans would straight up sit on shelves. I don't care if it was a 1, an 8, a 4, a 2, it doesn't make a difference. Any Jordan would just sit on a shelf, and you could walk into the store at any time and pick one up. But at that time, there was no resale on them. That's why it did that. So you have to realize, if there's going to be resale on something, it's not going to be as easy as just clicking on a link and being able to check out. You have to put in that extra work. And dunks are the perfect example of how you should go about things, because a dunk, they don't do first come first serve. Everybody does raffles. So you have to put in that extra work. And if you do, eventually eventually it's going to reward you. But if you don't even try, don't even expect anything.
Exactly.
But that's our 2 cents for the day. But to carry on and finish up what was going on Saturday, we also had the Adidas Yeezy 380 Peppers. So this is the non-reflective colorway. Again, the US release is coming on later this week, so this was mostly just a European release. Retail, it's a bit lower than the reflective variant. It's $230. Resell, still holding high. Again, I don't believe this is gonna stay after the US releases, but right now they're about $290. I think they'll still sell out, so definitely go for these if you're actually wanting them. Don't think again like you can just walk into any store and just go pick them off the shelf. Definitely go for these if you are wanting them for personal, because they will sell out. They're not going to be the easiest thing in the world, but they're definitely going to be easy enough for you to have a good chance at copying them. But I think resale is going to drop a significant amount once we get the US releases on them. But to finish off the week, what else happened on Saturday, Luis?
Yeah, we had 3 other shoes. So these next following shoes I'm gonna talk about, they're sort of like what Jamal and I were talking about earlier. These are like sort of like sleeper shoes, I guess you can say, because most of the people, they go after like Jordans and Off-Whites and stuff like that. But these shoes are like definitely other brands you should look at. Well, just this brand specifically right now. So we had the Casablanca New Balance 327 come out, retail for $100, and resale $500 to $600. And that's not that surprising. Not only did there was a white pair that came out, there was also a black pair, also retailed for $100, but retail $550 to $1,000. So this is definitely an eye opener to everybody. Well, it should serve as an eye opener, I guess you can say, to everybody, that not only you should go after like Adidas and Nike, stuff like that, but also look at New Balance, because New Balance right now is making waves. Everybody is a really big fan of sort of like the dad shoe sort of style, and this specifically what New Balance is catering. So they're collabing with a lot of small retailers or big retailers too, and just making these like awesome colorways right now. So we had the Casablancas come out, and we also had the Packer New Balance 992 come out, retail for $240, resell $600. So
Those are
that's
impossible to get.
yeah, and the colorway on that one, the yellow colorway, it's like a mustard yellow. Crazy, man. It's crazy. Like, it's like super vibrant colorway. It's just really eye catching.
But yeah, those are Packer exclusive. They were only dropping on Packers, from what Packer said. But yeah, those were nearly impossible to get.
Yeah, but like I said, Jamal, these three period shoes we talked about right now, New Balance is revolutionizing the market right now. They're making waves, so everybody should definitely go after New Balances.
Oh yeah, don't forget about like Luis was saying, don't forget about the other brands outside of Adidas and Nike. I mean, New Balance, this has been like this for a while. I'm pretty sure we talked about this before about the 327s, that every single 327 has had resale. There hasn't been, and we're talking like the most GR New Balance, that GR 327 I should say specifically, that
Yeah,
GR one it still has resale.
GR for who people don't know, GR means general release.
Oh, yeah, I feel like we should put like notes, like some notes in the bottom. And this is what each term means that we talk about.
Yeah, because earlier I was like, yeah, brick, and I was like, yeah, people don't know what like a brick is.
Yeah,
they'll think something else.
Of course, there's people new to this that they might not know the lingo, but yeah, there's some extra stuff that specifically is used in this space.
Yeah, and on that note, so this following week is gonna be crazy. September 13th to 19th. Sunday, nothing. Monday, we got Kith Monday program, but okay. And then
we're not
Tuesday,
sure what it is yet. We're still
we're not sure what it is, but we don't really cover that like Kith Monday program. That's just something we talk about. We don't really like tweet about it and stuff like that. So we usually just mention it.
Because most of the time it's just something that sits. It's not something like exciting.
Yeah, it's not revolutionary. So on Tuesday, nothing. Wednesday, nothing. But come Thursday, hey Jamal, what's happening on Thursday, man? It's gonna be crazy.
So Thursday we will see Supreme Week 4. We're not sure what it is yet. It's still too early. They usually start posting what's going to be dropping on Monday evening or Tuesday, so we still have to wait and see, considering today is Sunday. But that same day, on Thursday the 17th, we will finally see the Air Jordan 3 Fragments. So I think I saw somebody say that they're passing on these. I'm pretty sure when I posted a picture of these, I saw somebody say that
man, whoever said that, they're crazy, man.
I don't know if I want to go to the extreme of saying unfollow us, but if you're sleeping on any Fragment Jordan, I don't know. That's like saying you're sleeping on Union Jordans. Actually, I would say it's worse than saying you're sleeping on Union Jordans. Fragment Jordans, yeah, go for them. Go for as many as you can. Yeah, don't sleep on these. These at the end of the day, when Fragment puts their logo on a Jordan, that's it. I mean, you look at our Royal Ones. The ones that have the Fragment logo and the ones that don't, right there. There's no difference other than that Fragment logo. So it speaks for itself. That's just go for them. There's not much else to say, but just go for them. I don't care if you don't like it. If you don't want to keep it, just go for the shoe.
But you didn't tell them the retail and resale, man.
So retail, it's $190 like any other Jordan 3. Resale right now is sitting at about $1,370. So this might drop. I don't expect a massive drop down to like $400 or $500. I think it'll still hold a pretty significant resale price.
So $1,370, in some places $1,370 can buy you a car.
That's true. Yeah, there's a lot of cars you could get.
You can get a Corolla. You can get like a 70s Corolla or something like that. You know those boxed ones, those box Honda Civics box Corollas from back in the day, dude. And those cars are basically bulletproof, man.
Yeah, so you could trade a shoe for a car.
Yeah, trade a shoe for a car. Like, how many shoes can you say that confidently? I can trade this shoe for a car. You can't. You can say I can trade a couple pairs for a car, maybe, or sell a couple pairs. But something like a Fragment appreciates a lot. So definitely, guys, do not sleep on this shoe. because
And
it's gonna
it's
be
cheaper
numbered.
than a Yeezy. It's only 190.
Yeah. Okay. I'm not a really big fan of the colorway. I feel like it's too simple. But when I look at the back of the shoe and I see the Fragment logo, it just screams money to me, man.
And that's
And
all
you
that
know
matters.
that, yeah, that's all that matters. So everybody go for them. So on the 18th, we're gonna have the Denham Nike Air Max 1. It's rumored to only be 6,800 pairs. Rumored, we don't know exactly, but what we do know is that this shoe right now, like this shoe, the quality is superb. Some of the best quality shoes Nike has manufactured since they last made a bespoke pair of shoes. High quality leather, high quality materials, and everything. Currently, retail is at $300 and resale is at $703. When I look at this pair of shoes, man, I see blue, I see white, I see red, but most importantly, I see money.
You see the green. You see the
I see
green in
the
the shoe
green.
too.
I see. Yep, that's what I see, man. Are you gonna go for these, Jamal? Because this
Uh,
quality is crazy.
yeah, I think honestly, I think I will go for these. I mean, the retail is high, but the retail is high because of the materials that they're using in the shoe. So I think it'll do well. If it is true that about this amount of 6,800 pairs, I think it'll hold this $700 price. If they end up being numbered, I think that price could go up. If they
No,
end up
definitely.
individually being numbered, I think there's a good chance that price could go up. But Denham is a very big denim company. They're out in Denmark, so it might not be as known in the U.S. as it is in Europe. But I think there's a good chance that these hold around the price that they are right now.
Yeah. And also on Friday, we're gonna be having the Air Jordan 5 Low Golf Wing It. Um, a retail is gonna be 220, resale 297. Something that Jamal and I were talking about this yesterday. We're prepping is we're starting to see a trend where golf shoes are starting to die off. We sort of blame it right now on the current environment that we're experiencing. Not only, well, I guess yeah, on the environment, and then
Impacts on what business?
yeah, I was trying to
On
find
just
like,
being outside, on just
yeah,
the
man.
idea of being outside around people.
It's like nobody can go out right now, man, because not only do we have the current situation, but in some parts of the country we have the fires going on.
That's true. Yeah. So
So
it's kind of like there are I know there's plenty of golf courses that opened up just because you can keep your distance from people. But the question is how many people are actually going to those golf courses? You can be open. It doesn't. I mean that's good if you can be open, but are
we
people
we
actually
actually
going?
we actually have a common friend, Jamal, who's going to these golf courses.
Do we really?
Yeah, we do. I talked to him earlier today. He was telling me he was golfing out in San Diego.
Okay.
No,
Did he say it's been busy there or no?
yeah, he said it's been busy. San Diego's pretty much out and about everywhere. I was like, damn, I'm
Okay.
surprised. But you know what? That doesn't mean anything in terms of
No,
resale.
yeah, that's just one location, and yeah,
That's just,
that's not gonna translate to resell on a Jordan 5.
yeah, but definitely, if you guys are gonna go for a personal, I know a lot of people listen to us. They golf, so if you guys are going for a personal golf shoe, you guys want to be kings on the court and on the golf course. I definitely go for these.
If you are trying to buy these to sell, go for size 13. That kind of always is a very safe size to go for because even if it has lower resale, you'll still make at least your money back plus maybe 10, $20. But yeah, go for 13 if you're trying to get these to flip them.
Yeah, if you're not a size 13 and they break, and that means you can't sell them, then you can always put socks inside and just wear them yourself.
There you go. And then you can try out some golfing.
Yep.
But then also on Friday, we're not done. Friday still got some more releases. So
It's jam packed Fridays.
So we also see the Kasina SB Dunk Lows. This is going to be the Neptune Green, which is the Kasina exclusive color. So if you guys don't know about Kasina, it's a Korean retailer. They're focused on a lot of skateboarding and stuff, but they also do carry Yeezys and stuff. So to me, they're not just a skate shop. They're also just a retailer in Korea. But so this is going to be their exclusive color. So they're going to be the only ones releasing this. Retail is $120 on these. Right now, retail is sitting about like $900. I think it might drop a bit, but the fact that they are an exclusive, I think it still holds around 700 or more. They're not going to be easy to get. Most likely, if I can take a wild guess, they're going to do a raffle on these. I'm not sure if it's going to be an international raffle. They don't actually ship internationally, from my understanding, if I remember just trying to buy on the site. But use a reshipper. Just Google, see if you can find a reshipper for that region, because I do believe they ship in the region, just they don't ship outside of like all the way to the US or Europe. But hopefully they'll actually give us a chance and do international, but we'll have to wait and see. But then also we will see a Nike Kobe 5 Protro in a zebra colorway. So these originally were DeMar DeRozan PE. He wore these a long time ago, earlier in the season. I mean, that felt like a year ago when there was actually a regular season. But he wore these. They're now dropping them as a general release. So retail 180. Again, it's a Kobe 5, so they're going to be beyond hard to get, and I expect high resell. I don't know. I mean, it's a touchy subject if Kobe should be reselling or not, and what you do with that resale money. But at the end of the day, I guess I can just leave it up to you for whatever you decide to do with any Kobe's you buy. But I expect resale to be 250 all the way up to possibly 400 in some certain sizes. But to move on, the last release we will see on Friday will be the Adidas Yeezy Boost 380 Pepper in the reflective variant. So this will be, finally we'll see them in the US. Retail is 250. Right now, resale is actually sitting about 350. I think this will drop just for the simple fact of the US usually has the largest stock, considering we also will have Yeezy Supply releasing these. So we'll see a significant amount of stock flood into the market. I think resale will drop. Reflectives don't hold the prestige that they used to hold. And also the pepper colorway, it's decent. It's still doing decent, but the hype isn't as big as some other shoes. So I think it'll still hold some resale, but don't expect something crazy. But definitely go for these if you're wanting them. It's not going to be the easiest thing in the world to get. You'll still have to put some effort in to try to get them. But the final day of this upcoming week will be Saturday. So what do we have coming up on Saturday, Luis?
On Saturday, we're going to have the Instant Nike SB Dunk Low. Instant is a Japanese skateboard shop in Japan, so they collaborated with Nike to come up with this shoe. This shoe has some pretty wild colorways on it, man. It's, like I said earlier, we're seeing a lot of customization and collaboration with a lot of sneaker shops and skateboard shops and retailers right now. So they're coming up with some crazy colors. The shoe has like a front, and the front's like sort of like a silver colorway. Then it just goes into like a gray colorway, and then blue and black. And it has some sort of like embroidery on the side. I don't know what this is. It's sort of like a dog maybe, or a fox.
It's their logo. I don't remember what it is that their logo is. Let me see if I can find it real quick.
Well, meanwhile, Jamal's looking that up. We'll talk about the retail and resale. So these are retailing for $100. Resale right now is looking like minimum $650 to possibly $800 or more. So definitely do not sleep on this shoe, guys. Pretty good shoe.
I think it's a dog.
It's a dog.
Like a dog, at least. It's some type of dog, something like that.
Whatever it is, I like it, man. I like this shoe, and I'm definitely gonna go for it because I really like the design, the embroidery. I'm a really big fan of just like designs embroidered on shoes.
Oh yeah,
I don't know.
It's nice, and this is. I mean, I think every single time a dunk comes out, we end up saying that this looks like no other dunk that has released before. Which, it's just yet again, this looks like no other dunk that has released before. I mean, you'll see like Jordans and Yeezys release, and it looks similar to something that's already come out. But dunks, they're keeping them very, very unique.
Yeah, and they use a lot of different materials all the time. That's something I've noticed a lot. The different materials.
Oh yeah.
And also on Saturday we're gonna have the Nike Air Max 1 Limeade. Super hyped shoe. It's like the title says, lime. Shoe's green. It's a green shoe. Retail is $140, reselling for $230 right now. We'll see what happens with the price.
I think it holds its price. I think it holds it fairly well.
You think so? You think that's what's gonna happen?
Yeah, I think it'll hold it. Maybe it'll drop down to like 180, 190, but this shoe is fairly hyped. I think it'll hold a decent price.
And the Max ones have been doing good. So with the
that's true. Yeah, that's true.
Everything they've been releasing, but also we're gonna have the Air Jordan 14 Hyper Royal on Saturday. That shoe is a brick. Definitely a brick. At least in my opinion. Retail is gonna be $190. Resale right now we're looking at $250, but this is pre-release, so we do know that the price is going to drop. To what? I don't know, but it looks like it might end up being retail plus ship plus tax. So if you guys are gonna try to get these for the personal, definitely get them on Saturday. Because if you try to buy them off these resale apps, you're gonna be paying more because of their verification and shipping fees and whatnot. What do you think about this, Jamar? Are you gonna go for them? Are you gonna sit it out, or like what do you think the move is?
No, I'm sitting these out. Jordan 14 at the end of the day is not the most in demand model. I don't think this colorway is gonna do much to help the fact that 14s isn't really something people like. But I think they might sell out. I don't know if it's gonna be an instant sellout like some other shoes, but yeah, I think eventually they'll sell out. But I'm not expecting much in the resale.
Yeah, I like if you are gonna go for these, go for personal. If you do get them to try to flip, then make sure you at least use your credit card on this. Try to maximize those points and move local, because certain shoes that don't move online have they have local markets. Because a lot of people, I don't know why, man, but they just like these GR shoes.
And just the simple fact of you're not paying fees, because
Yeah,
you can sell on, like, if let's say StockX is the price ends up staying at like 240 after fees and everything. And after, if you live in a state, which majority of states have sales tax, after you pay sales tax and shipping on 190, that 190 turns into 210, 220. So then you're not making any money. But if you sell locally and you sell under StockX price, so StockX is at 240, you sell for 230, at least you're still making some money. So that's definitely something to consider as local.
yep. And Saturday's not over, ladies and gentlemen. We have 2 more drops coming out on Saturday. If Jamal, if you could please go into them.
Yeah, so first we will see the Adidas Yeezy Boost 350 V2 Asriel. Is that how you would say it, Luis? Asriel?
I would, you know what, man? Kanye's getting, well, he's been creative with these names, and
I,
he's
yeah,
continuing this
he's
trend of these names that are
bro,
hard to pronounce. At,
yeah.
at this point, I just gave up, man, trying to say these names. Asriel,
I don't know.
as
It's like, I don't know.
something.
He's going too deep with these names. I can't. I don't know. Bro, just give me a simple name. Just tell me this is gray. Why can't you, like Nike gives me just like Hyper Royal. All right, I know Hyper Royal. The heck is Asriel? I don't even know what that is. Maybe I'm just
Yeah,
too uneducated. I don't know. He's too beyond us. He's coming up with words that we don't even know. Anyways, retail like any other Yeezy is 220. Resale right now it's sitting at about 360, right, Luis?
yeah, 360, 364.
Yeah, I think this is a good color. I think it'll hold decent resale just for it's a darker color Yeezy, and people like darker colored Yeezys. They don't always like these light ones unless it's like an all white. Those will still do decent, but it's not this normal earth color tones of these like light grays and browns that we're seeing on like the peppers, for example. So it is different enough. I think it'll do well. They're not going to be easy to get, just for the simple fact of it's a 350. Even 350s that are mass produced, they're still hard to get. So go for these if you're wanting these. Don't sit back and think I can get them at any point. But we also will see the Adidas Yeezy Boost 380 Peppers in the non-reflective. So this will be the US release. So on the 18th, we'll see the reflective. On the 19th, we'll see the non-reflective. The retail is a bit cheaper than the reflective. It's at $230. Resale right now sitting at $290. Again, that was the last release, was more focused Europe drop. I think once US releases, we'll see a significant drop in resale. It'll probably go for a bit over retail, but I think these are mostly personals. I don't expect too much crazy to be happening on these peppers, just for the simple fact of only Europe released, and it's only sitting at 290. So it already doesn't have crazy resale, and the release isn't fully over. So we'll have to wait and see what happens. But based on what we saw with the numbers compared to what we saw in the numbers, as in the clicks compared from the peppers to the Jordan 5 Oregons, it seems like nobody even cares about Jordan 5s. The Peppers had way more activity on them than the Jordan 5s. So I think people are just, I don't know. Is it all Jordans? Do you think people are getting sick of Jordans? Do you think people are just wanting ones? What's your opinion, Luis?
Well, a couple months ago, before this whole COVID thing happened, I went to Flight Club and I dropped off, like, I think it was like 50, 60 pair of shoes. Just
Whoa, okay,
big,
okay. All
big
right,
number.
it's just this light flex like right there.
Slight flex. I had to do it to y'all. I'm sorry. But yeah, I dropped the shoes off and I was telling the guys, like, hey, like, how long you think you're gonna take to move these? And he was like, yeah, I'm not really sure. Maybe it might be a week, might be today, might be a month. He's like, I can't really tell you.
Well,
Like,
what was it you were dropping off?
mostly just Yeezys and stuff like that.
Okay.
But then I asked him, like, so what's the shoe that's moving a lot right now? Because I, like, when I went in immediately, when you walk into Flight Club, you look around and you see, well, at least this is how it is in Flight Club LA when you drop off. So I walked in, I looked around, and I saw like a bunch of Jordans, and they were GR Jordans. They were like 11s and stuff like that. And I asked the guy, and I'm like, so what's really selling? He's like, surprisingly Jordans. And I was like, what? He's like, yeah, man. It's like Yeezys are moving, but what's moving more right now are Jordans. That just really kind of like opened my eyes. It's like, yeah, okay, you can go buy a Jordan. You won't make a lot of money on it, but I guess the money is in volume, quantity.
Well,
Not
yeah, it depends on the Jordan, but yeah, anything beyond a one, I think it's mostly in quantity.
yeah. And what the guy was telling me is that there's a lot of like international buyers buying the Jordan and stuff like that, because I guess the U.S. market mostly wants Yeezys and stuff like that, but internationally, Jordan is still really, really big.
Makes sense. Yeah.
Yep.
It's just demographic. Like us, we see people really focus on Yeezys over. I think any Nike. I don't know why. Maybe that's just the people are following. They really like Yeezys for whatever reason, but I don't know. I always see way more activity on Yeezys than on Jordans for some reason.
Yeah, it's weird, but then again, when you look at our audience, specifically, I guess the audience who listens to our podcast, they're mostly based in the United States. Like 86% of them are based in the US. And that the other part, they're based in Belgium, the Netherlands, and Germany. So I can kind of see why,
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. To me, well, I guess for me, I'm focused on reselling. I'm not focused on buying for personal. So I go for Jordans way more than I go for Yeezys. But just because Yeezy, the resale kind of is dead on the majority of Yeezys.
Yeah, but I was like speaking about resale in like different regions. Something that I've always observed is, like, for example, Supreme. So like you buy Supreme in LA, a lot of the shops won't really like let you resell Supreme, like apparel. They just want to sell shoes. But if you go to other regions, for example, like my friend has a shop out in Colorado. I had another friend. He bought all the summer tees and like a bunch of sizes and colorways and whatnot. They're on like StockX. They're selling for like some like $60, $70. At my friend's store, they're selling for 120, 130, 140.
Wait,
So
that's a massive difference.
yeah, it's a massive difference on like location. And then I had another friend in Australia. He's telling me that it's like Supreme isn't really big in Australia because you got to reship it there and whatnot.
Yeah.
And that adds up. So, and then you shift your view to like, let's say Asia or Singapore specifically. Supreme in Singapore is very expensive. Very, very expensive.
Yeah,
So,
yeah. There's a big difference between each. Well, like we'll see a release that might sit in Europe a bit, and in the US it's an instant sellout.
yeah. So different regions have different tastes and just just different vibes, man. The vibe is different.
All different vibes all around.
Yeah, all different vibes all around. Speaking of vibes, I've read this article the other day on Hypebeast. This guy, his name is Max Miller. He found this one of family and friends tie-dyed Supreme shirt. There's a box logo shirt. Have you seen it, Jamal?
Yeah, you sent me the link. I'm looking at the shirt right now. Does the box logo not look off to you? It looks like slanted. I might be
Yeah,
tripping, but it looks like I don't know. It does not look centered and straight. It looks slanted to me,
well, it's a family and friends version, so it might have been like one of like the
like hand painted or something.
maybe I don't know, man. But I'm really liking the tie dye. You guys know I'm a really big fan of the tie dye. But the most like surprising thing is that this shirt sold for $52,000.
Oh, so he actually sold it.
He sold it. Yeah, there's this auction website. It's called Hype. I basically I recently found out about this website. They sell like one of like collabs, like stuff that you won't really find anywhere else. You just find it on their website. And what sort of like exposed me to this website was this Supreme one of shirt. It's crazy, $52,000. That is
Imagine just like digging through your closet and you just find 52 grand.
man. 52 grand is a bunch of Honda Civics, man.
Oh yeah,
Like
that's a bunch of brand new Honda Civics.
no, that's like two. I think two new Honda Civics on the U.S. market.
Hey, two is a bunch.
Yeah, it's a pair.
Well, that's a pair. Okay, fine. It's
pair.
a pair. It's still a lot.
Yeah,
Yeah, the fact that you can buy a brand new car for a shirt.
yeah. It's surprising. Like I've said it before on the podcast. It's surprising what you can get from sneakers.
Oh yeah,
It's
it's
surprising.
it can change your life. Honestly, sometimes they can really change your life.
Yeah, and that's one of the reasons why Jamal and I do this podcast, because we want to help everybody just like do better for themselves. Not only do better, but stop paying these damn resellers, man.
Yeah, I mean, there's plenty of chances for you to get them yourself, and you might not get the specific shoe you're trying to get, but there's plenty of other opportunities to eventually buy whatever shoe you're wanting. But at least at the end of the day, you paid retail because you were able to flip other shoes.
Exactly. And on that note, guys, thank you for listening to Drop Time, the self-proclaimed #1 podcast that covers the latest sneaker releases.
And make sure that you follow, subscribe, and make sure you are watching everything we post because we're trying to keep you covered. We're trying to make sure you're getting whatever you want so you can make some money or just keep it for personal, whatever your preference is. But make sure you follow us. You got post notifications on so you don't miss any of the craziness that is happening this week, because yet again we have a crazy week. It's not just one day, but it's 2, it's 3, it's 4, it's the entire week that's about to be crazy.
Yep. On behalf of the Drop Time team, we wish you good luck, good health, and good vibes all around. Peace.